I don't use my brain, right? So instead of using my brain, I just give a prompt and I generate code and I solve that problem within few minutes. Kindly, I graduated in BA, Bachelor of Arts, and after that, I started my career as a jewelry designer. I worked in a factory as a labor. These are not roles, okay? These are areas. So
Areas.
never mention roles like data analyst, data scientist. Okay.
Okay.
So these are areas. So you need to mention data science, not data scientist here. So this is the main part that actually matches with the ATS in the most of the organization. That if you're watching videos like you are watching a data engineering project, this will not help. Okay, your output needs to be 3x time or 5x time. My mentor says 5x time. Whatever you will watch, you need to practice 5x time, at least 3x time to get some idea. That is the real learning.
से वो ज्वेलरी डिजाइनर थे, ज्वेलरी डिजाइनर से अभी डेटा एनालिस्ट, उसके बाद डेटा इंजीनियरिंग रोल. अ वेरी हार्टी वेलकम निलय टू दिस पॉडकास्ट ऑन ऑल अबाउट सक्सेस. प्लीज.
Me. So I'm working as a data analyst for past 4 years, 4.5 years, I can say. So, and kindly, I graduated in BA, Bachelor of Arts, and after that, I started my career as a jewelry designer, and then I get into marketing analysis, which is called merchandising or something, and then I get into data. So I'm more interest. I again get interested in data, and uh, after that, I took a career break due to my health reasons, and I worked in a factory as a labor, and also at that time I was looking for a job. And when go and search for a job, and I got to know that Excel skills is very important that time. I'm talking about 2020. Okay. So in that time, I got to know that there is a role called MIS. So during my career break, I was learning financial modeling for investing in stock market and all. So that time I learned a little bit Excel. Then I learned advanced Excel, Power Query, VBA, and this kind of skills. And I started searching for a job for MIS. So I got multiple opportunities that time, and I got selected I choose K12 to join my previous organization. And that time I started my career as a MIS analyst. And after 1 year, when I learned Power BI and SQL, I got promoted to data analyst position. So after working there for 3 years, I guess I got a few opportunities, and one of them was Hitachi Energy. And currently, I'm working as a data analyst in Hitachi Energy and slowly transitioning into data engineering. It's the whole story.
Okay. Quite inspiring. I think those who are watching could be an inspiring story for them as well. So, tell me one thing. You talked about Excel, but how much Excel or coding is ultimately required if someone wants to get into this role? Is it very much required to get started with DA, coding, or Excel, or both?
Yeah, Excel is the fundamental skill, I can say, because knowing Excel is very important. But Jay, the market dynamics is changing. So
Definitely.
a lot of MIS jobs actually, I am touch. I have a few people who are getting into MIS jobs. So I got to know from them that during interview in the job description, they're asking for Power BI and SQL as well. So in 2020, 21 actually, we started developing Power BI skills. But that
Hmm.
time we used to get full end-to-end project. But everyone now shifting to Power BI, so the shift already happened. And in this small companies or small organization, they have started
Yeah.
realizing it, and they are also moving from Excel to Power BI. So that's why I think they are asking for Power BI skills as well. You don't need to know too much Excel, like VBA and all. Those are now those skills are not that important. But in finance, maybe that is important. But in the data analytics perspectives or MIS perspective, that is not so important. If you know Power Query, okay, Power Query is an important skill. Because why I'm saying that, because in Power Query you can do this simple task in an efficient way and in an automated way, and you can utilize that Power Query skill in Power BI as well, and also in cloud, in Azure, or in Fabric, Microsoft Fabric, Dataflow Gen 2 or Dataflow Gen 1. These are online Power Query only. So it's a powerful tool, I can say. Portfolio important. You present your work, you approach, and then see.
Definitely, I think that is completely an idea how to build something. But we will take some more practical idea from you how to build up great portfolio. If you could walk us through, it would be really great.
My portfolio is now evolved from MIS to data engineering.
Okay, wonderful.
It's not totally data engineering, but it is a combination of data engineering and BI, which people call analytics engineer role. So I will walk you through, but I also captured some past images and I posted on LinkedIn regarding
Mm-hmm.
that how I evolved my portfolio over time. So a few things I want to discuss before I share my portfolio.
Mm-hmm.
That you just if people ask me that how to build a efficient portfolio that looks good. So there are many things you need to understand, but I say that you start with small, just do a course, practice, and just build a portfolio. You can watch YouTube and build that same portfolio, and or you can get some new ideas. You search the things from Kaggle. You can, and you also participate in different kind of challenges. So you
Mm-hmm.
can build your portfolio, and then you build on top of that, like you learning new skills, and you build top of that. I will give you an example. Let me share my screen. So yeah, can you see my screen?
Yeah, we can see.
Yeah. So this is my portfolio,
Mm-hmm.
and I will walk you through different projects. So first you see my post here. So
Mm-hmm.
the importance of upgrading your project portfolio. I will not read the entire thing. You can read. And here you can see my old portfolios. If I open the image in a new tab, you can see this is Power BI, this is Power BI, this is Power BI project.
Mm-hmm.
But this is these are Excel project. This was my first project. So here I have written that old project, past work, limited relevance. Project
Mm-hmm.
primarily built in Excel and initial Power BI dashboard, random and outdated for the current DE or analytics engineer skill set. Because I'm
Okay.
focusing that these skills are not that important.
Mm-hmm.
So here you can see I have kept one fabric related project, and here you can see the Azure Data Lake project. Okay, and here you can see two more projects. I will
Mm-hmm.
explain that too because it is showing that my BI skills. So and like you can generate data, you can get data from the challenges as I mentioned, and also from Kaggle or other Workout Wednesday or these kind of websites you can get the
Mm-hmm.
data. But one of my friend Ruby Guna,
Mm-hmm.
she is also an analytic engineer in
Okay.
US. So
That's a practical example.
told me that she told me that you got access for Microsoft Fabric for 1 month. Utilize that. So I
Mm-hmm.
told her that how I can utilize. I was so confused. So she told me, you know, SQL, right? So there are SQL analytics endpoint. You know, Power Query, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or Dataflow Gen 2. So your existing skills is already there in the cloud. So use that and you utilize that. Utilize your data. So
Mm-hmm.
I just collected the data manually in from Samsung Health to Google Sheet. Okay,
Okay.
because that time I was not aware of data engineering and all these things. Okay, how to
Mm-hmm.
extract the data like that. So here I have built this. This report is interactive report, and this is a Power BI report, but it is built in Fabric. Here you can see. So this is my Google Sheet where I maintain the data. Okay, and here I've used Dataflow Gen 2 and stored in Lakehouse and normalize the data within data warehouse. Normalization means creating fact tables and dimension tables. So this is what I've done. It's a fun project. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and and this is started with
Mm-hmm.
this is a kind of uh, diagnostic analysis you can say or
Okay.
exploratory data analysis you can say. So this was a Maven analytics challenge which is
Mm-hmm.
global key resorts. So
Okay.
what people will do, okay, the fresher, I will say, they will participate in the challenge. They will participate in the challenge and they will finish the dashboard and that's it. Okay,
Okay.
but I've also done that.
Okay.
So, but what I've done next, I was curious about this data set. So I was curious. However, the affordable key pass prices across Europe and Asia caught my attention. This was
Oh.
my pivot point to start digging more deeper into this project. So
Okay.
let now see how I am taking this simple Power BI report to a next level report. So you
Mm-hmm.
can see I have no idea. So I started using ChatGPT. I'm using AI. So I got some insights. Then I verified those insights. This is called data governance. Okay. So I
Okay.
verified that these insights are correct or not. Then I checked on the internet, and I found
Mm-hmm.
that now this is not a quantitative analysis. This is a qualitative analytics.
Mm,
Analytics. Now this is what I call insights. So
mm,
showing that how many sales by the region, how many sales by the person. This is not insights.
mm,
Why it is happening, that is called insights for me, and this
mm.
insights actually helps the business. Okay.
Definitely. Yeah.
So now you can see I have done dig deeper into those reports, and I built this report. It's a kind of case study, you can say. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a Azure data lakehouse architecture bronze, and this is a very interesting project, I can say, because
Mm,
when I built this report, okay,
mm-hmm.
now think like I'm a fresher, okay, and this is
Mm.
actually a live example.
Okay.
So how I evolved this project. This is not built over 1 or 2 days.
Okay. We'll try to
Obviously, I
understand.
built it in 3 days, but
Yeah,
it
we'll
is
try to
not like
understand.
that. Yeah.
Sure.
Now you can see the superstore data, which is the most
Mm.
common data that Power BI developers or data analysts used and
Correct.
in their reports. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
first time when I used the data, I just connected the CSV file to the Power BI report, and I just did this analysis. And this report was not like that. It was simple, like sales by country, sales by department, and all.
Mm-hmm.
So what I've done here, you can see the key recommendation. Here I have found that loyal customers are getting more discounts, but high churn risk customers are not getting that much discounts.
Mm.
Okay.
I got it.
So you need to decrease the discounts here, and you need to provide more discounts here to retain them, right? Think
Mm-hmm.
of it as a customer perspective. If I get
Exactly.
more discounts, I will go to that website, right? So this report was simple, but what I've done, I learned SQL. Okay. And then I
Mm.
removed the background process from Power Query to SQL. I imported the data
Okay.
in SQL database, and I did that query, and I replaced that with SQL. So my report was SQL. But recently, uh, 2 months or 1 month ago, I think. So I plan to do this in using replace that SQL with Azure. So what I've
Mm.
done, I've created a medallion architecture.
Mm.
So I created one blob storage, and there
Okay.
I saved that CSV file. So using
Okay.
Azure Data Factory, I took that CSV file to my bronze layer, which is a Azure Data Lake Storage Gen 2.
Mm.
Okay. So I created this bronze, silver, and gold layer. Then I used Databricks to
Okay.
make that data, to clean the data
Mm.
and save it into the silver layer. So I created the schemas and all, and I saved that using Spark as well here. So here you
Okay.
can see the example of ADF, what I used, and so I did the transformation using Databricks, and I created the data model, and I used the DAX to get the customer segmentation based on RFM scores. And here it is. So this is how I developed my reports from one level to another level to another level.
Wonderful. I think that was completely a key inside roadmap in terms of building the portfolio, I think. And what a clear presentation with so much of clarity you have shared with us, Nilay. And thank you for that. Before going ahead, we will definitely dig into deeper into things. But what do you think? Data field is saturated. Do you think people say that AI will take jobs?
Yeah, you need to understand one thing. Like people are saying that
Mm.
who are in the decision making stage or who are doing
Mhm.
repetitive tasks, the AI will replace their job. It is true actually, and
Okay.
it will happen. It is not
Okay.
happening. It doesn't mean that it will not happen, but it will definitely happen because if you understand the machine learning models and all, AI
Mm-hmm.
is trained by data and
Hmm.
it is gathering data. Okay,
Okay.
and it is actually learning from the mistakes, right?
Okay.
What mistakes AI is doing right now, it will not be repeated in the future. So
Mm.
if you are spending time in other things like watching too much reels or something after office, and one more trap is there, that if you're watching videos
Mm.
like you are watching a data engineering project, this will not help. Okay, your
Mm.
output needs to be 3x time or 5x time. My mentor says 5x time. Whatever
Okay.
you will watch, you need to practice 5x time, at least 3x time, to get some idea. That is the real learning. If you
Mm.
are spending time watching video, it will not help. You
Mm.
don't need to be fear about that my job will be replaced. You are lucky that someone is not coming to your office and saying that I will replace your entire department. You're lucky enough. But human with these skills can replace one department. So AI will definitely do that, right? So
True.
so 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 it is not like repetitive task because there are some ad hoc tasks. What we do? Already we have repetitive tasks. We automated those tasks, right? So sometimes when requirement come for the improvement and all, so what we do? Instead of writing code, I just write the scenario in AI and I just get this code. I don't use my brains. I don't use my
Mm,
brain, right? So instead of using my brain, I just give a prompt and I generate code and I solve that problem within few minutes. Why should I
mhm,
invest my brain there if the problem is not that critical? So this is a kind of ad hoc request, right? So this is
mhm.
solved by AI. So it is not just repetitive task will be replaced by AI. Okay,
Understood. Yeah.
so there is a risk.
Okay. So, you have built a portfolio. You have must have already built a great resume, right? So, can you walk through the resume as well for the freshers?
Sure. And thank God it is updated.
Yeah.
Let me
Okay.
share.
We'll look at that.
So my
Okay.
resume was not that great. I want to thank. I am thankful for them that there are few mentors who helped me to build this kind of resume, and also we helped different people, like hundreds of people, to build their resume too. So here you can see people also. I've seen that people also make these mistakes. They give the full link. You don't need to do that.
Mm, mm,
Write LinkedIn and just give hyperlink. Like if you click to the GitHub, it will take you to my GitHub, right? So this is
mhm,
how you can do that.
mm,
Now this area you can see functional areas. Functional areas means if you are applying for a job, okay, so that
mhm,
recruiter can see where your skills are applicable, right?
mm,
They don't need to think that
mm.
I need based on his skills, I think this is the best career option for them. So that time, that in a glimpse, they will understand that we can hire this candidate in a data analysis position or business intelligence position or data engineering position. Okay,
Okay.
these are not roles. Okay, these are
Okay.
areas. So
Areas.
never mention any roles like data analyst, data scientist. Okay, so
Okay.
these are areas. So you need to mention data science, not data scientist here. And
Mm-hmm.
also, this is a very important part, technical skills, because this is a
Okay.
key. Okay, if you know the SQL joins, this is the joins because with the job description and your resume. So this
Mm,
is the main part that actually matches with the ATS in the most of the organization. If they are looking for,
understood.
let's say they are looking for Databricks, okay, but
Mm-hmm.
the Databricks is missing in your resume, so you will
Mm.
not be selected. This is a very key area. So
Okay.
you need to like here you can see Power BI. I have mentioned Power BI is big letter. If you
Mm.
see most of the job postings, they mention Power
Uh-huh.
BI in the capital letter. Also,
Mm.
these are the things you can do based on the job description. And here you can
Okay.
see I'm working in Hitachi Energy, and there are many things you need to understand. That action, that
Mm.
the action verbs,
Mm.
context, and
Mm.
result, and the quantification.
Understood.
Here you can see. Here you can see the example:
Mm.
orchestrated, engineered, delivered. You can see analyzed, implemented. It is not repeated. It is
Mm.
different for uh, different points, right? And here you can see the quantification. Either you can
Mm.
mention in the context or you can mention in the result. Result is
Mm.
important. Labeling, resulting. Yeah, you can see.
Mm-hmm.
One more important thing as a jewelry designer experience, I have mentioned that analyze competitor data and prepare Excel reports to the top common unique jewelry list. Okay, so these are I found these 2 points are uh, transferable to my data analytics.
Okay.
So that's why I mentioned these 2 things.
Okay. I
Okay.
think these critical things would take you a long way in getting through the ATS as well to get shortlisted finally.
Yes. Yes. My ATS score was I think 70% out
Wow.
of but resume added it was 93 but it is
Mm.
now 70. I updated
Okay.
the resume, but it doesn't matter
Okay.
actually. It matters because it is matter. It is based on the what kind of algorithms our companies are using. Okay,
Okay.
it is not that resume awarded scores is big greater great, so it means you will get a job. So this is not how things works.
Just a summarized way in saying that these are the skills required to upskill really in this field.
In this field means data analytics and data engineering, right?
You can get analytics role.
It depends on where you are in the current situation. Okay, so if you are a fresher, then I will recommend you should get a job.
Hmm.
Okay, because if you start building your skills, then it will be a career gap for you. So I'm not aware of the freshers market dynamics because I'm more focusing on data engineering.
Okay.
So I can't say anything regarding that, but I will say that if you are fresh graduate and what you don't have skills, you don't have experience, right? If you
Mhm.
build your skill in during your college days, then you have skills and you need to search job based on that. But if you don't have skill, don't waste your time, just get into any jobs based on your qualification and all, and then transition will be easy. Like I started my career as a MIS, I transitioned into data analytics, right?
Hmm.
It was easy. Now I'm transitioning into data engineering, that is easy. I'm doing it within the organization. That will be
Hmm.
more easier because you will get most opportunities in within the organization. And one more important thing I want to say, I will say it later, but here you need to understand one thing that if you're a fresher, you don't have skills, just go for any job. If you're a
Hmm.
fresher, if you have skills, just look for internship. If you're experienced and if you have 2 years of experience and you are willing to relocate in anywhere in India or outside India, then you will get multiple opportunities. So and one thing who are transitioning into one position to something, okay, you need to understand about the business and you will figure out if you are accountable for your responsibilities, you
Mhm.
will see the opportunities how you can contribute to the business. But
Hmm.
if your career is important for you, right, and
Understood.
if it is not important for the organization, you should look for another job because
Okay.
you want to build your data engineering skills, but that is not applicable in your organization, so you have to
Hmm.
change your job. You don't, because I'm saying that there is a reason, because I have seen many people are stuck with the legacy skills.
Hmm.
Legacy skills are which skills are dying over time,
Hmm.
right?
Okay.
So
So,
yeah.
so I think this was quite informative and understood. So, one final piece of advice that you would like to share. I mean, you have given a lot of information in this video related to portfolio, related to resume, right? So, one last piece of advice.
I
Hmm.
have I realized that they will do great because I have seen many people from the non-tech background
Mhm.
articulate things very clearly. Like
Hmm.
they are they have this storytelling ability which most engineers lacks. I've
Hmm.
seen this.
Okay.
My mentor also told me that how, like, after every interview I share the experience with him, and he
Mm-hmm.
told me that you articulate things very clearly, and I have seen very non-tech many non-tech background people
Mm-hmm.
who articulate things very clearly,
Okay.
who what he understand or what he or she understand, they can storytell in a very good way.
Okay.
And data analytics is not about just your skills, and data engineering as well, not
Hmm.
just about your skills. It's a very much communication related as well, because you have to manage stakeholder. You need to articulate those things. They will not understand broadcast joined, or they will not understand the Mendelian architecture or Spark
Hmm.
clusters. Okay.
Hmm. Hmm.
So you need to, like how I said that you don't need to be a master chef to cook your food. This kind of
Hmm.
analogy they need to understand those things. If you can articulate in this way, you can do really good.
Okay.
Skills, anyone can build skills. But
Okay. Understood.
when it comes to articulating things to the stakeholder, which actual matters to them,
Mm-hmm.
it's like you're helping the stakeholders to take decisions. So
Understood.
that is very important. That is a very key factor that people often don't discuss.
Mm-hmm.
I think that non-tech people will do great.
I think articulation is one of the things that can lead your path towards success because today storytelling matters a lot. And if you can pave that path, definitely you are going ahead with success. Definitely skills matters. I think it was a
Definitely.
quite positive session as well. And I'm very much humbled. And, it was a pleasure to connect with you, Nilay. Thank you so much for joining in.
Thank you.